Today is Saturday, October 3rd, and Abby and I are headed out right now to go sit a blind on this ridge top that sits over a food plot. And I actually came out here yesterday and planned on hunting it, but I got up there and the wind was doing all sorts of funny things, and I just didn't feel confident about it. And I want the first sit over this plot to be a good one. So tonight we have a steady wind out of the south-southeast, which is perfect. And we have a couple cameras over this plot. There's bin deer showing up, and a lot of them. And that's kind of been a problem because the plot is planted in clover and brassicas. And there's so many deer that the brassicas have just been completely annihilated. However, there have been a couple bucks that have shown up over the past couple weeks. I know on my birthday, when I was hunting in central Ohio, there was a real nice one in the back of this plot. And I couldn't tell what it was, probably one of the ones we're familiar with. And there's one in particular that Abby really wants to kill. So we agreed tonight we'll both bring our bows. And if hers comes out, she gets to shoot it. There's another 10 point that's pretty decent. If he comes out, I'll shoot it. So that's the deal. We got about another 30 minutes to walk. And it's about 4:45 right now, so we're looking to get out there quick. So we'll see you in the blind. As you can see, we made it out here to the blind, and we got in just enough time before a couple does stepped out into the plot. And I tried to get the windows open after we got set up without them seeing us, and they did end up spooking after a minute. But it's still early enough that I don't think that's going to have much of an effect on the rest of our hunt. So now we're just going to settle in, hope things settle down, and hang out for the rest of the evening. Takes a step on the shoe. I think I just torched a good buck. Abby got it on film. That doe you just heard blowing popped out into this food plot. And I took a quick video of her. And I look up, and in the back side of this food plot is the buck that Abby and I agreed that I would shoot. He came out and fed, and it was absolute chaos in this blind. The ground in here is the noisiest crap in the world. And she had her bow with an arrow in it on her lap. I had my bow in my lap, but I did not have an arrow knocked because I planned on more than likely the buck she was going to shoot would pop out, not mine. All of a sudden he pops out, and take her bow from her, give her the camera, which was in my lap, get the arrow out of her bow, set it down. I almost knocked it over. I did knock the rangefinder off my lap. The buck almost spooked. We got all settled in. I took a nice shot at 35 yards. And he went out the back of the plot. And I think it was a good shot. I'm hoping so. Man, I love this stuff. Yeah. How's it look? How's it look?
Good. I'm so proud of you.
We're gonna give Nick a call, because I think he's in the area right now. Man, I hope he's down. I thought he answered. He does this to me every time I shoot a buck. Gosh.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice message.
Nick, you really let me down as a friend. I don't know what else to do. You want to go check out the arrow?
My legs are still shaking.
I kept my cool, like I'm good.
No, you did not.
Okay,
You were
I mean,
a mess.
there's pandemonium in here, but okay. Yeah. I feel like I should try Nick again. Maybe if he'll get the point.
Leave him a voicemail.
Yeah. He's probably in the ceremony right now, knowing his phone's buzzing. Yeah, Nick's at a wedding right now, which seems to be all that he does anymore. I probably should call Jake to see if there's any footage I need to get. Or make sure to get.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. When you finish recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Nick, this is your good buddy Easton, and I was just calling to let you know that I may or may not have shot a buck tonight, about 5 minutes ago, if I actually did. And I was just calling to see if you were still in the area and see if you might want to come check it out. Give me a call back. Like I said, this is Easton McNeil. Appreciate it. Alright, so we just jumped out of the blind here, and we're gonna walk out in the food plot now and grab the arrow. After looking at the video, it looks like the deer may have been quartered too, just slightly. As far as the high and low go, the shot was perfect. I think the shot was up by the front shoulder, but if he was quartered too, it may have exited a little further back. So we're gonna go look at the arrow and see what it says. So where we're standing right now is the brassicas that he came in off the backside of this plot on. And the blind straight behind Abby right now. And I've been frustrated because they just tore these brassicas apart and they didn't even have a chance to really bulb. But he came in and was feeding here and I shot him. And he exited this way, so we're going to try to find the arrow. Didn't it look like it was right here?
There it is.
Oh.
There it is.
does almost look like there's some, like, I don't want to say stomach or gut, but something there. But the rest of the arrow's clean. Good blood. It doesn't, there's really not much of a smell to it either, so I think we're good. Try to see if we can pick up any blood right in this area before he dropped down off this ridge. So after reviewing the shot in slow motion, I'm not sure where the hit exactly was. The deer ran off and went down the ridge, and we got on pretty good blood, about 20 yards or 15 yards from where I made the shot. And he was bleeding good, but it didn't look like lung blood. It was pretty dark. So it may be liver. It's been almost an hour now, and I think we're gonna back out and just give it some extra time. It can never hurt. So that's the plan for now, and I'm hoping we have a dead deer. Alright, so it's about 7:30 in the morning right now, and we decided to leave him overnight. Everybody seems to be in agreement that it is a dead deer. And we actually got a hold of somebody who does a lot of blood tracking with dogs, and he also said the same thing, just give it some time. So we're gonna go out here. I think we're gonna only put 2 people on the trail. Abby and I are here now, but Nick and Allison are on their way as well since they were in the area. So we're gonna go up there. We got a little bit of rain last night, which makes me nervous, and that's kind of the reason why we're headed up now. I want to see if we can find the blood before this rain and dew starts drying up from the sun before it comes out. So we're going to head up that way and check it out. Alright, so we're standing in the food plot right now. Straight back over my shoulder is the blind where I shot him. And right here is where he entered the woods. So we're going to pick up the blood here, or hopefully there's some blood from that rain, and kind of peek down over this hill and see where he might go from there. So that we can get back on blood. So we dropped off the top side of this ridge, and I'd say by now we probably went a total of about 80 or so yards. And the blood at first was real sparse, and it still isn't great. He opened up there for a little bit, and as he's coming down this hillside, it started coming out pretty well, and slowed back down again. As you can see back behind me, it's some real thick, nasty stuff. And Nick should be getting here pretty soon. I think we're gonna keep trying to track until he does, but I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think quite yet. Man, that sucks. Yeah, the coyotes tore him apart. We were walking out to meet Nick and Allison, and I told Abby, I said, how cool would it be if he was just laying here in the grass? He's laying there in the grass. But the coyotes got to him pretty bad, so we'll go check him out once they get over here.
Now do you wish him last night? Who knows if he was dead though?
Yeah, how do you get trophy pictures of that?
We'll figure it out. What a stud, dude.
Dude, like that's not even enough to do a shoulder mount.
They'll be able to figure it out, I bet.
There's the entry.
He may have been dead last night. You'll have to look at his lungs and stuff.
I want to see where, well, we'll have an exit because they didn't chew up that side, but.
It's a weird feeling because you're super pumped and you're also super bummed because you're
Yeah,
like,
I saw his rack and then I just saw this.
Well, I was wondering because I heard you say, whoa, and then it just got silent. It's like,
yeah, like it's exciting, but at the same time, it's so disappointing. All right, so this is my 2020 Ohio buck, and it didn't end exactly how I would have hoped. We decided to leave him lay last night, and sure enough, we just found him actually while we were walking out to meet Nick and Allison. He was laying under this tree, and the coyotes got to him pretty bad, but on this particular farm, this is about the only deer that I was gonna shoot. And last year I found myself in the same situation, and Abby ended up shooting the deer that I was willing to shoot last year. So this is a buck that showed up a few times in the back of this food plot, and we went in last night with our bows. We both took them, and it was quite a rodeo getting a shot on this thing, but we made it happen, and I'm glad to put my hands on him this morning. If it's not a slammer, I'm not shooting it. What did I say in my bow video? I'm here to kill deer, and that's what I do. I think for me, that's pretty much my bow setup. Like I said, I'm there to kill deer. Call Jake just because.
These Miller boys don't like you.
Nobody ever gets excited when I shoot a deer.